Ladies and gentlemen, the victims of the Kentucky flood, they know it is going to take years and years of rebuilding before they can even think about living in this area again. You know, this by far had to be one of the worst floods of 2022. And there's been some bad ones, but Kentucky is definitely up there. I have some audio I want you to listen to from NPR.
Since record flooding left 39 people dead and thousands homeless in eastern Kentucky. From the Ohio Valley Resource Collaborative Journalism Project, Katie Myers reports that residents have years of rebuilding ahead. Laverne Fields and her family still camp by the side of the road in Millstone, Kentucky. In late July, a week of intense storms turned her quiet mountain stream into a raging river. Over 6 feet of water swept her trailer from its foundation.
One of the men from FEMA told us, said you guys are tough because they said they couldn't live like this.
Field says there's no help from FEMA yet. Her trailer's still in the creek, her things all over the yard. Now it's dusty and there's little shade, and there's no relief in her camper.
It gets really hot in there. Me and the baby has breathing problems.
Field says she's on disability and needs oxygen. She runs a generator occasionally. There's no electricity or running water.
We bathe morning and night with wet wipes.
Across 13 flood-ravaged counties, over 13,000 households have applied for FEMA aid, and that number is still rising. But just over half that number have been approved. There's still no official count of damaged homes or of people who are now homeless. Hundreds live in government-provided trailers, and they could be there for a long time. Kayla Morton is trying to make her peace with that.
We're all pretty positive about it. We understand the situation we're in, and we're okay with being here for a while.
Morton lives with her toddler and husband in a camper in Carr Creek State Park. She passes the time by organizing activities for the kids. But she worries about them and about the cold that's coming.
There's families here that have 5 and 6 kids living in a camper. These kids are going to be stuck in here in the wintertime.
Even those who've received aid are struggling to get cost estimates to FEMA. Contractors tell them to be patient.
They're so busy they have to put you on a list.
Back in Millstone, the house Dorena Dunbar grew up in is stripped down to the studs, wet insulation and flooring removed. Her dad has black lung disease from years of working in the coal mines.
You got to let it sit to make sure your mold don't go all the way, or upstairs or anything, because Dad has breathing problems. We have to make sure that that's good and clean.
In the town of Bullen, Terry Tees says she'll have to take out loans to rebuild the house she grew up in.
I'm 69 and I'm going to have a mortgage for the first time in my life.
The house had never flooded before.
It didn't come into the house. It never got any higher than that second step.
Climate change means flooding here and across the country is getting more frequent and severe. Last month, Kentucky lawmakers passed a $213 million flood relief plan. It funds school districts and infrastructure repairs, but not long-term housing.
I know it's hard, but this is a several-year rebuilding project.
Governor Andy Beshear says utility crews are working as quickly as they can to restore service to areas still without water and power. Most affected schools will resume classes in late September. Hundreds more trailers are expected to arrive soon. Still, everyone interviewed for this story says they don't plan to move away.
We're family here.
For Dorena Dunbar and so many more in eastern Kentucky, connection to land and home goes back generations.
Well, they're going to have to get used to trailer living, and I wouldn't feel confident being around this same area in a trailer. But I guess, when you're from here and been here your whole life, I guess you try to make the best of it. But if it was me, I would have to get out of this area. I don't think I would want them setting up anything for me in the same flooded area. But, you know, this is Kentucky. I mean, it has flooded before, but this has got to be the worst I think I have ever seen. And I've seen floods here and there around the country, but this one really I think was the worst one so far of 2022. And They're saying that these floods will become more frequently, happening everywhere across the country. And wow, I mean, what do you do? And everybody don't have the money to just pick up and leave. Where are they going to go? So wow. Even when you go back and you look at some of the pictures this year with the flooding, it is just, I mean, just like Georgia over the Labor Day weekend, they got 12 inches of rain in just a few hours. It is just hard to believe that kind of water is coming out of the sky. And when you look at these homes in Kentucky, this was definitely devastating. And yeah, they're right. It's going to take years and years before, and you better pray that in between those years, it don't flood again, because it's always that possibility these same areas, when they're trying to rebuild, will get hit again. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story, and let me know if you know people or know where the area is. Where do you see the trailers down there? Because they said they have sent, government trailers down there for people to live in. So let me know if you see all of this happening in Kentucky or not in the comment section. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.